Healing is a film set in the pre-release facility out in Wanron, and it's really a story about captivity and freedom, the relationship between the two, and how humans and birds respond in a very similar fashion to being caged. So if a bird in the wild, after a certain period, becomes too domesticated, becomes too dependent on its caretaker to be able to find food, and so too with a human. Like, I guess there's a point in which it's easier to stay in prison than it is to leave, and the four walls become kind of a source of comfort in a way. Well, it's set in a pre-release prison, which is where prisoners come before they're about to get released into society. And there was a program that was initiated years ago now to rehabilitate injured native birds. And the program proved so successful, it had a 100% attrition rate, that the structure of it got implemented in prisons all across the country with greyhound dogs and other animals, and it's become so successful now. But the relationship which made it interesting was the one between the officers and the inmates, and the idea that they'd have to develop a trust between each other to be able to get a program off the ground and to see it through to fruition, and then there's a parallel between the two, the inmate and the officer, because the inmate has lost contact with his family, and the officer's just lost a child, and so there's a real bromance, if you like, between those two, and there's a really sweet sort of connection that they make around the building of these cages and the birds. And so it's kind of a story about how if you've lost your freedom, how frightening it can be to get it back again.